Hey everyone, and welcome back to Social Advertising for Franchises 101. By now you've learned how meta campaigns are structured, how to target your audience, and how to create strong ad creative. In this episode, we're getting into something every franchisee needs to understand: how to read your ad performance metrics. These numbers are what tell you whether your campaigns are actually working and whether your ad dollars are being well spent. Let's break down the key metrics you'll see inside Meta Ads Manager or the Flamel platform, what they mean, and how to interpret them in the real world. The first is ad spend and budget. Ad spend is how much you've actually spent so far, while budget is how much you told Meta you're willing to spend. If your campaign is set to spend $10 per day and you've been running it for a week, your spend might show around $70. If you're using Meta's Advantage campaign budget, the platform might move that money around between ad sets to give you the best performance. For franchisees, it's important to keep an eye on both. Make sure your spend is on staying on track with your marketing plan and that your budget is large enough to generate meaningful results. A good rule of thumb: small local campaigns often need at least $5 to $10 per day per ad set to give Meta enough data to optimize effectively. Next, impressions and reach. They're very similar but slightly different. Impressions are the total number of times your ad was shown. Reach is the number of unique people who saw it. If your ad has 10,000 impressions and a reach of 5,000, that means the average person saw it twice. Impressions tell you how visible your ad is. Reach tells you how many individual people you're actually getting it in front of. For local franchise campaigns, your reach may be smaller, and that's okay. You're targeting specific communities, not the whole country. The key is whether those people are engaging and taking action. And that leads us into clicks and cost per click. Clicks show how many times people clicked on your ad, usually to visit your website, landing page, social profile, or an order form. Cost per click, or CPC, tells you how much you paid for each one of those clicks. If your ad spent $50 and got 100 clicks, your CPC is 50 cents. In general, lower CPC means your creative and targeting are resonating with your audience. But remember, not all clicks are equal. If people click but don't take action on your site, you might be getting attention but not conversions. So pair this metric with your actual results, like leads or purchases. After that, we'll get right into that: results and result rate. Results show how many times people completed the action you want, based on your campaign objective. So you can kind of see the funnel being formed here. We start off with impressions, we understand how many people touched that with the reach. We can then get how many people actually clicked on the ad, so we took the first action. And then with results and result rate, we can get to the final portion, which is they've actually completed the objective I've wanted them to do. If your campaign goal was website visits, your result is a click to your site. If your goal was leads, your result is a form submission. If it was store traffic, your result is tracked visits or actions nearby. Result rate is the percentage of people who took that action compared to how many saw or clicked on your ad. For example, if your ad got 1,000 link clicks and 100 people filled out your form, your result rate is 10%. This is what truly tells you how effective your creative and landing page are at converting interest into action. Finally, cost per result. This is one of the most important numbers to watch. Cost per result, or CPR, tells you how much you're paying for each conversion, the actual goal your campaign is driving. If you spent $100 and got 10 signups, your cost per result is $10. The lower the number, the more efficient your ad is. This is the metric most franchisees should focus on. It ties directly to ROI. If your average customer spends $50 and your cost per result is $5, that's a great trade. If your cost per result is $25, you might need to adjust your creative audience or budget. This is the number that tells you, hey, am I getting margin out of this? Am I really getting my money's worth for what I'm spending on these ads? Now, if we bring it all together, here's how these metrics work together in practice. Budget and spend show how much fuel you're giving your campaign. Impressions and CPM tell you how efficiently your ads are being shown. Clicks and cost per clicks, or CPC, measure how engaging your ads are. Results, result rate, and cost per result tell you whether your ads are actually delivering the outcomes you desire. If you see a lot of impressions but few clicks, your creative might need improvement. If you're getting clicks but few results, your landing page or offer may need a tweak. And if your cost per result is climbing, you might need to test new audiences or refresh your ad creative. As a franchisee, your performance goals may differ depending on your setup. If your franchise runs national brand campaigns for awareness, your goal might be local engagement and foot traffic. If you run your own ads, your focus might be leads, appointments, or sales. Either way, these metrics help you have meaningful conversations with your marketing team or agency, so you can make data-driven decisions, not guesses. To wrap up, don't be intimidated by the numbers. Focus on the few that matter most: cost per result, result rate, and total results. Everything else helps you understand why your campaign is performing the way it is. When you track and interpret these metrics regularly, you can make smarter choices, stretch your budget further, and turn meta advertising into a real driver of growth for your franchise. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next episode.